Hey folks, welcome to JM Unleashed. As promised, we're going to have some playtime with these nice little dogs, and I'll check in with the live chat from time to time just to see where we're at. The temperature here is it's pretty cold, so I'm bundled up pretty good. Jack Russell's got a light coat on, and I'm just monitoring her. I can see she's even with that on, she's shivering just a little bit, but once we get going, she'll warm right up. So without any further ado, we're gonna get going. Now she's barking at me because she knows I've got these squeak balls that she likes, which are right here. That's what she really wants. Okay, so this is a pretty good vantage point. They'll go together for that. Pick her up, and she'll bring it right back, drop it, so I can kick it forward. That's what she likes to do, but I'm just going to do a bounce. Julia. And so I'm just going to play with them as if there was nobody here for a few minutes, and then I'll touch base again. I just want to get them going. The other thing that I've got here, so many things can be a toy for a dog. Here I've got a rope that has, I've used it as a leash before. So there is the smell of other dogs on it, which they may or may not know. Okay, so just with respect to that rope, some people don't realize, but with dogs, once there's a resource, like a food or a treat or anything in their mouth, under dog psychology, they consider it to be theirs. So trying to get a dog to drop something without teaching them, excuse me, is very difficult. And that's why you'll notice I never play tug of war with dogs. And with that rope too, I ended up letting her get it, and then I just drop it and then distract her. So here, who wants a treat? Okay, so we're going to carry on with playtime here, and hopefully you've got a good vantage point. Should be good. Good girl. So another thing that's important before you play with your dogs in the backyard is to make sure that the backyard's cleaned up of all their poo. Because if it's not, you get poo over the bottom of your shoes, and they'll get it all in their paws, which nobody likes. So I've done that. I've been pretty meticulous to make sure that this backyard's got no dog poo in it at all. So it's a good spot for them to play. And we're going to keep going here for a little bit longer. Minnie, get your ball. Okay, so we'll just see. I suspect without me doing anything, that little Jack Russell is going to get the ball, and then she's going to bring it right over to me and try to get me to pick it for her. Get your ball. Get it. Get it. Yes. So it's funny, like, I don't dog sit these dogs all that much, but the few times that I have, the little Jack Russell, actually tried to start getting me to chase the ball. And it's funny, I had to turn it around on reverse psychology on it. So when she's barking there like that, right there, she's actually protesting the fact that I'm not getting the ball for her. Minnie, get it. Okay? She's like, no, you get it. You get it. Get it. If I were to get it, then that would show to her that she won the game. So I have to let her bring it to me right now. Get it. So what we've got there now, Julia, is a dog is walking by that fence, and the little Jack Russell freaks out about it. So she'll run back and forth, and one of the ways to distract her is with these squeak balls. Another nice thing with play and the squeak balls is it'll tire her out, so we'll have less of that type of behavior. Hi, Life. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. We're just playing with these dogs, and Minnie, the Jack Russell, Minnie is barking at a dog that is walking by that fence right there. And Julia's being good, so I don't make a big deal and scold Minnie. What I do, good girl, Julia, is I let Minnie see that Julia is getting a treat for good behavior. Minnie, see, and then now she knows it's treats. Minnie, come here. It's very difficult for her to, over here. Come. For her to let that sort of thing go, though. Minnie. So now she's barking at just people walking by. But that's okay. We're going to keep on with the play here. Thanks, Life. Good. I'm glad it's going well with you. I'm going to see if I can distract Minnie by playing with Julia. Come here, Julia. You want it? So it's working. Julia. So what I'm trying to do is teach Minnie to stop barking. Good girl, Judy. Okay. Come on. Minnie. Come on. Good girl. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a break and myself too. I did a short video just sort of promoting the fact that I was going to do this live stream. And one of the comments that I got was from a guy that said he can't have his two dogs play together in the backyard because they start fighting. And so that is an issue to be careful of if you're playing with more than one dog, because dogs will look at toys as a resource and they can get possessive over it. And I have even seen, come here, Minnie, these two escalate a little bit in the past. But I keep a close eye on them. I pretty much know their number. Okay. Good girl, Judy. Oh, and I'm going to, because Julia probably just wants to kind of take a break now. Been going for a bit. I'm just going to put this towel down here, so if she wants, she can just lay down on something comfortable. Yep, good girl. While Minnie and I continue to play. Because I know this Jack Russell's got tons of energy. Judy, just lay down. Get it. Get it. Okay. So now these two dogs are senior citizens. They're a little older. 3-4 years ago, they would have just kept going for another 30-40 minutes easily. But what I see and I'm noticing right now is, especially with Julia, you know, she's getting a little more tired. She definitely will bounce back, get some energy back. I'm actually heating up enough. I don't need that hat on now. What do you think, Minnie? Get your ball. She's like, no, you go get it. Here, I'll get your rope. Minnie, come. If I didn't throw it, I faked her up there. Go get it. No, I love it. Okay, come. Good girl. Okay, so that was a decent little play session. We had fun. Oh, did you spell her? Yeah. You know what? My sister also has a dog named Minnie. And in that case, my sister's dog's name, Minnie, is spelled M-I-N-I. And this one is M-I-N-N-I-E. But I won't let her know. Don't worry, Minnie. Yeah. Life made a spelling mistake, but she fixed it. And she didn't mean any offense to you. So there we go. I think I might shut this down unless I get any questions. Minnie is funny. Yeah. 2-3 years ago when I played that rope game with her, she would just lunge for it. And then she was able to do a 180 on a dime. Just absolutely incredible. And I definitely noticed she's slowing down now. So I think what I'm going to do is just finish this live stream off showing you how some of the leaves are changing color. I hope you can see the orange one up there. That one is really changing color. Some of the trees around here, the leaves are just absolutely incredible. But let's see if I can show you a few over here too. Because I know some people, depending on where you live, that if you're further south, the trees don't really change color too much, but there's some nice ones there. So yeah, and actually I'm working on a video right now. I know a lot of other people already do it, but like look at the leaves on the ground here. Just from this tree. They're starting to add up. And it just depends where you are. So I've known these two dogs. I've known Julia, the yellow lab, since she was about a year old. And I've known Minnie, the Jack Russell, since she was about 6 months old. And Julia was actually one of my first dog walk customers. And she's approximately 10 years old now. And Minnie is approximately 7. So, yeah, I was wrong earlier in saying that Minnie's a senior citizen, but Julia is definitely upper middle age, and Minnie would be about middle age. Come here, Minnie. The other thing that was kind of scary, come here, Minnie. Come. When I first met Minnie was about a year after she had an issue with her hip. And you'll see, I'll turn her around here for you in a second. In the hip, there's a ball and socket. And what had happened was the ball was too big for the socket, so it was actually coming out. So now if you look at this leg here, it's significantly thinner than the other one. And that's because she ended up having to have surgery on it. They ended up shaving down the ball. I think there was about a 4-month recovery. So she would be, if it weren't for that surgery, she'd be a lot faster than she is. And but she's still a pretty quick little dog. Like I wouldn't want to be a rodent, like a mouse or a rat, trying to run away from her. So now she's looking at the window though, trying to get me to get her ball. Minnie, come here. Come here. Down. Down. Here, let's see if I can show you that. Come over here. Down. So I've also taught them to leave it, which you can do. Just want to make sure it's on camera. Down, down. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Yes. So the idea with that is over here. Down. Yes. Minnie down. Yes. Is when you present it to them in your hands like that, they view your hands as a mouth. which means they recognize that it's yours. And with a dog, if you're just teaching it to them, it can take a little while. So you may want to start a little further away, like here. But the idea is to say, leave it and cup it like that. So they view it as it's in your mouth. Leave it. Right? Leave it. So now it's just a matter of respect and them respecting the fact that they're going to get it if they wait. Okay. Good puppies. So there we go. That's fun. Part of the fun. Oh, you could see, yeah, you could see her hip. Yeah. I think she might have a little bit of arthritis too, or at least the effect of arthritis. So, hey, BR Williams, how's it going? You missed most of the play here, but I did address that comment that you made about, sometimes when you've got more than one dog, the dogs can start fighting over the toys. And actually, there was a little scuffle here for a minute. I'm not sure if Life's Magical Journey noticed that or not, but they did kind of snap at each other a little bit because toys are a resource. And maybe what I'll do since she came in here is I'll see if I can get them going again. They're both a little tired out now, but you may see that. And absolutely, if your dogs have a tendency to fight when you get the toys out, if they're out there together, just have them go separately. I kind of know how to deal with it, but I don't want to get into it a whole lot right now in this live stream, but I might show you if something happens, you'll see how I deal with it. So let's see if we can get them going a little more. I'm actually going to get the soccer ball going too. There we go. I know Julia likes the soccer ball. That's the one you like sometimes. Oh. So there's that one. Oh, here's the scoop ball. Julia. Yes. Minnie. Yes. Okay, Gigi. Get the ball. Okay. Oh, Minnie just lifted my leg. Okay. Good girl. So yeah, Julia is definitely tired out now. Hey Minion, how's it going? Good to see you. This may end up turning out to be a little more of just hanging out with the dogs now because we've been going about 24 minutes and Julia's already a little bit tired. Although Minnie, the Jack Russell that's barking, Minnie, come here. This one here that's barking is insisting that we keep playing. She wants to keep playing. Okay, go get your ball. So what may end up happening is Julia will just lay down on that towel there, and I'll keep playing with Minnie for a bit. I'll keep popping back in here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you enjoy. She's funny. That Jack Russell is one smart little dog. What she's trying to do right now is turn the tables back on me and try to get me to fetch the ball, which is funny. That's very smart. And when I'm thinking about it right now, it's a good way for her. She wants to keep her energy levels up. So she'll chase the ball, but she's not bringing it back now. She wants me to go get it, which is really funny. That's okay. I know how to deal with that. So it's amazing how easy you can come up with a toy for a dog. Like this is the rope. It's just a rope, and I've actually used it as a leash before. An emergency leash. Just a rope, and I got one knot there, one knot there. And in the event of, say, you see a stray dog or something, an off-leash dog, you can just, well, you probably didn't see that on camera, but you can very, very easily turn it into a slip knot. And then provided you got a treat or anything that the dog would like, you can just slip it over their head. And then you got them. Now, because that's a slip knot, you'd never want to pull hard at all on that. In fact, once you've got them like that, you can transfer it onto their collar. The only reason for the slip knot is just because it's so easy to put over their head like that, and then you can get that dog, off-leash dog out of harm's way. Hey Deeds, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Is the Jack Russell, which is right there facing the fence, is trying to get me to chase her ball for her rather than her chasing it. And it's okay. She's using reverse psychology, but I know how to get her back on track. Yes, I do, Minnie. She'll now that she knows that I've got these right here. It won't take her long, and she'll start barking for them. See? She's like, oh, look at her little tail. Minnie, can you wag your tail? So now she's insisting that I throw the ball for her. There she goes. Now she's very intent on watching that fence line because she freaks out. She doesn't like it when other dogs go by. There she comes. So this is a great way to distract her from overworking security on the fence line. Good girl. And Deeds, I guess you didn't see this either. Just using a rope as a toy for them. Just checking the... Nice. That's nice. You got a day off, Deeds. That doesn't happen very often. Here, I'll just show you how you can, especially if a dog has a prey drive. There. Now here's another great game. Like right now, I'm actually burning energy playing with them. But this is an absolutely excellent game, and you can even use it for cats. You put one of their favorite toys or a treat in, it could be in a sock, and you tie it up. Or in this case, I'm going to put it in a towel, and I'll let you see me do it. And then the dog, they can smell that those are in there. So I'm putting them, they're in there now. I'm not going to tie it up too much, but I'm going to tie it up enough that they have to work at it to get it. And I bet you that little Jack Russell, she's going to work at that until she gets those balls out of there. You can tie it up into a knot. Like my sister's little dog is just crazy. She can undo almost any knot because she's, well, okay, she got one of them out. Done that so much. So Julia is getting tired. The little Jack Russell is still going to town on that towel. So what I'm going to do, just for fun. Hi, John from Adventures. Good to see you. Yep, these Jack Russells are just absolutely amazingly intelligent. Now that doesn't mean they always do. They don't always do what I want them to do, but she's super well behaved. And part of it is that I recognize how smart she is, and I use positive training. I was going to say positive affirmations, but it's affirming when they're good. So now what I'm going to do is the Jack Russell took that towel with the balls. There you go. Good girl. And now I'm going to let the yellow lab hunt through the towel for the kibbles. And I'm going to have to keep the Jack Russell away, but I'm going to do a very similar thing, put them in there and tie it up so that she's got to work for it. And cats, you can do that with cats too. Like cats have a good sense of smell. And I'm going to actually make this a little tougher for her. I'm actually going to put an actual knot. So those kibbles are like right in there, and I've tied that up. I let her smell. Julia. And I'm going to do that on this mat over here, because when she gets the kibbles, I don't want them going between the deck. Minnie. So we'll just see what she does with that. I just put the Jack Russell in the house just so there's no competition on that. B.R. Williams, if you're still here, with treats, which is a higher value resource, that could definitely cause a fight if they both are going for it. But those kibbles are right here, Juji. Yes? Get it. If it was a hot dog or a piece of steak or something like that, she'd probably rip the thing apart. What I've got in there is just kibbles. Now these things. Okay, come here, Gigi. Julia. There you go. Okay, so now I put Julia back in the house, and let's see what Minnie does. Yes, get it. Good girl. Yes. She's like, I'm gonna get those kibbles. You don't worry about that. Good girl. I just want to keep that towel on this green mat because I don't want the kibbles going between the slats in the deck. Yes. Get it. Good girl. Yes, yes. Oh, she got it. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So now I can let Julia back out. Come on. Yes. There we go. Now they're both working on it. Let's see what we got here. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Yeah, playing with the dogs. Well, that's one of the more fun things, and of course, that's part of the reason I wanted to share it on a live stream, because it is fun. They're both going for that now, but they're pretty much sisters. Um, yeah, BR. If a dog is food aggressive, then you got to be extra careful. These two, pretty much are like sisters. They have their little spots from time to time, but nothing too bad. Come here, Minnie. Minnie. Her ear was inside out. I was just going to fix it for her. Yeah, so it kind of sucks when you're having fun with the dogs and you can't get to share it. I know, like the neighbors there, I've seen them before in the window watching me play with the dogs. And one of the things I do to wind Minnie up is I hit her with a verbal cue like this. Minnie, 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 Minnie. And they've heard me do that. So when I walked them by their house before, I've heard them actually not heckling, but sort of replaying them. They're like, oh, there goes Minnie, 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 which is kind of funny. Okay, are you girls all recharged and ready to go again? Yeah? You want to go get your ball? Minnie, ball. Get it. Look. Let's see if there's any kibbles left. Nope, they got them. They got the kibbles. Let's see if Minnie can get her ball out of here. She's Julia is seeming a little bit lethargic. Here. Yes. You did. So a lot of people that have dogs that have destructive behavior or behavior issues, a big part of the problem is that the dogs get bored, especially if they're high energy dogs. Like this Labrador Retriever is a high energy breed. You may not look like it right now, but she's kind of tired and she's upper middle age, but she still has her moments. Breed like a Jack Russell, if that dog is not mentally stimulated and physically drained, there's a high probability you'll have problems with that type of breed, because they're both bred to be working dogs, and so giving them challenges, play, walks, teaching them different things, they need that, and they like that. And if they don't get it, that's when you get them chewing through walls and eating furniture and all that sort of thing. Although, even with a puppy, like in the first year or two, when it's their first year or two of their life, they can be getting all of that, and you can still have unwanted behavior, and that's just part of them being a puppy. Puppies, they want to chew everything and eat everything, and they haven't had the time to learn the behaviors that we're trying to teach them at that point. So let's see here. Just reading through the comments here. Yeah, life. Julia does seem a little bit out of it today. Now, the other thing is she had a cough and she's on a medication. So I don't know if maybe that medication's kind of bumped her down a couple notches. I noticed she was drinking a lot more water than usual. So that could be throwing her off a bit as well. So if you guys have any questions for me, shoot. Other than that, I think we're probably pretty much done with their play session here now. You know, Minnie's not. I'm right in the camera view of Minnie. There you go. Minnie's not really insisting that I throw the ball for her anymore, so she's pretty much done. But we'll see. I'll give her another shot. Here, Julia, you can have that. Do you want to lay down on the towel? Here. Yes. Hey, Minnie. You want it? Oh, you want it? Yes, you do. Okay. Yep, you're good. Yeah, so, okay. They're definitely pretty much done. So I'm going to take the spotlight off of them. Although you never know. If we get someone walking their dog by that fence line there, that little Jack Russell will freak out. And so in that case, I'm going to make sure I've got her ball so I can distract her. So I'm not making a big deal of it, but I did pick those up. They know that I've got them now. Minnie's right out of the camera view as usual. There you go. And that's pretty much it. I'll chat with you guys, and if she starts freaking out, I'll just show you the best way to work on a dog's improving any bad behavior they have is by distracting them when they've got the bad behavior, or as they call it, redirecting them, which is what I do here. But they're not my dogs, so what I do is sort of a temporary thing. I know, you're good. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, she could lay down. Where's those treats? I could put more in there. That wouldn't be a problem. But B.R. Williams makes a good point. You want to be careful, especially with dogs that have food aggression. So I'm not going to put any more in the towels for now. Right? So the Jack Russell sat, which is what I wanted, so she gets the treat. And then she can have her. And that's what I do. It's never about scolding the dog or like yelling at them or getting at them. It's all, when you've got two or more dogs, it's actually really easy to teach them, because what you do is you just reward the dog that's giving you the behavior that you want, and the dogs that aren't giving you the good behavior, they just don't get a treat or the reward. So you know, I got their undivided attention right now. And let's see here. They really seem to care for you, even though they're not your dogs. Yeah. Well, during the week, you know, I walk them 5 days a week. And I've never called in sick. I've never missed a day, other than in the last, you know, long time. There was maybe 1 or 2 days where the weather wasn't good. Like I'm not going to walk dogs when there's lightning. Usually I do walk them even if it's raining or if it's snowing. And you know, I get good girl. Oh, there you go. Oh, I got boots, coats, all the gear for them for the winter. Right now it's about 50 degrees here, so it's actually quite cold. Here, I let you know. But once we get the ice and everyone starts putting salt out on their sidewalks, that little Jack Russell can't handle it at all. And that's when I got to put boots on them. In fact, let's see, we got 4 people in here. I'll show you a pair of her boots. I'll show you how I put them on. Just give me a minute. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, that's something else. You know, the air is really cold, but the sun is hot. But here comes a jet flying by. Let's see if you can see the jet. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, the boots are cute. Here's one of the boots for Minnie. And what it is it's suede on the bottom. That's so her leg goes in there like that. And then there's a reflective strip with Velcro to kind of hold it on. And then on the inside, it's fleece lined. It's not really thick fleece, but it's enough just to give a little bit of insulation. So yes, Minion, the leaves have started changing here. In fact, I showed Life earlier. There's one over there. It's changing. The one across the street. And if I went around the block here, there's hundreds of them that are just bright red. I think you can see over there. Now that's a maple. And what I don't know, like I'm not an arborist. But it seems to me the weaker or dying trees, the leaves tend to change color first on those. Oh, there's someone else walking a dog. And then it seems to me the healthiest trees, the leaves change later. But what I wanted to do here was just show you how I put the boots on the dogs. Come here, Minnie. Come. Treat. Yes, right here. Sit. Good girl. Okay, so now these are called Mutlux brand. Wait, Mutlux brand. And a lot of people struggle putting boots on their dogs because dogs don't like it. It's foreign to them, kind of like putting a saddle on a horse. We call that, and it takes a long time. So one of the most important things to keep in mind if you're putting boots on a dog, and Deeds and Minion, I know you guys, the weather's probably just as cold where you are as it is where I am. But one of the biggest problems with putting boots on dogs is when their nails get snagged on them, especially their dew nails. So it's very important when you put them on, you want to actually hold their nails together. So I'll show you. She still doesn't like these, but wait, I've had to put them on enough that she'll be okay with it. So what I do with these, wait, first thing is I turn that inside out. Good girl. Right here. Come over here. I want you by the camera so they can see. Yes. And when you're putting it on, you want to stretch that open as much as possible. Come here. Okay, so see how she's really avoiding? If you're teaching a dog, you don't really want to force them. Yes. Sit. But get them back to the behavior you want and give them a treat. Good girl. Because you don't never want to force a dog to do anything. But anyway, so that's what I do there. I stretch those wide open. You see that? Come over here, Minnie, so they can see. Yes. And when I put them on, I'm actually squeezing her nails together so they don't get snagged. And then I come back here and push that dew nail in as well. You want to make sure that doesn't snag. Good girl. Wait. Then I can unfold that, grab back here by the elbow and pull it on. Just like when we put our shoes on, we want the shoes to be pretty much right to our toes. And then these, you can take them up pretty good. Good girl. There you go. Yeah. So now she's good to go. She can walk on, these will be good to about negative 15 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what the conversion is Fahrenheit there. But the other nice thing with this is because it's got the reflective strip. In the winter, you know, a lot of times it's dark and dreary, and so I like having reflective strip there. I just don't want her jumping off. She's standing on the hot tub cover. I don't want her jumping off because she could actually get hurt. Here, I'll bring you down. Good. So that's Minnie's, and then Julia's is a lot bigger, but it's the exact same idea. And I'm not going to put you through all that unless I get a request. If someone says, yeah, put one on Julia, I want to see that, then I will. Less change thing. Well, Minion, I looked up, you guys are in Wisconsin, and I'm near Toronto, and I actually looked up, because I'm not that good with geography, but it actually looked to me like Wisconsin is actually a little further north than where I am. So it could very, very well be that you guys are a little further along and that you actually get slightly colder weather. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. I must be losing signal. I got full signal here, BR. Full signal. And this is high-speed internet. Is anyone else having issues? Does anyone else see issue with my live stream here? This should actually probably be the clearest, best signal I've ever had. Okay. It could just be, it's possible maybe BR's internet just glitched for a second too. Nope, Julia doesn't feel like being bothered. But she was actually a bigger issue getting these boots on than Minnie in the beginning. And the way I had to do it, and if anyone else, you know, if you know someone that's got a dog and they're struggling, the way to do it is you take a toddler's sock or a young person's sock that's an appropriate size for the dog's paw and leg, and you put that on first. And then you put the boot over top of the sock just to transition them into that. Yeah, it could have just been yours, BR, or it could have been on my end just for a second or two. But I know I did a speed test on this last night, and where I'm at right now, I've got the strongest wireless signal that I've ever had and the fastest internet that I've ever had. So it should be good. It could be that I was maybe moving the laptop around too. So that's where we're at. We're coming up to about 1 hour. I appreciate everybody stopping by. If you have any questions, shoot. I'm going to just take quick break over here for 20-30 seconds, and then I'll check back and see where we're at, and I'm probably going to shut this down within 4 minutes. I'm still more north than you are if you're in Toronto. My parents' trees start changing about 2 weeks before ours do. You're still further north. Okay. So it depends. Like if I think I showed you this one here. That one across the street has shed almost all of its leaves. And some of them have. Like some of the trees are already almost bare, but many of them, like those two green ones, that one and that one, are both maples. And they haven't even started to turn. And I think that that's just because they're extra healthy, extra strong trees. So I'm going to put this back on the dogs and just see what they do. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, now they're both here. There we go. If you have any questions regarding dogs, or you know what else? Like, you guys know that I think pretty much everyone in here knows that I'm advocating people not trust the central banking system. And I'm definitely advocating that people not have all their money in the banks and in the financial institutions, and that you take it out of the system and get it into physical silver, physical gold. There's application for real estate. Okay, life, have a great day. Yeah, I'll be at Deeds later on. But so yeah, if you have any questions for me regarding dogs, finance, or precious metals at this time, I'm going to check back in 30 seconds, and I'll answer any questions that I see here. Other than that, I'm just going to keep this on the dogs, or at least where there's a chance for the dogs. That's actually, I'll show you these. These I picked up a good deal. Got maple leaf. Because I'm in Canada, the maple leafs are the best deal. And there's a cougar. That's a cougar. Good girl. Oh, we have people in here now. Okay. Your dogs bark every time someone walks by the window. Okay. Well, this Jack Russell does the exact same thing. She's extremely protective of her yard. But, you know, when we're out on a walk, if there's other dogs, she doesn't really bark at them. She gets excited and wants to go over to them. But, yeah, when we're walking around the neighborhoods, it's amazing. I can usually tell how many dogs live in a neighborhood because when we walk by, you know, pretty much every other, or at least 1 out of every 3 houses, you can hear the dogs barking at us from inside. I know, Minnie, that's what you do. You're always barking about something. There, that's a good view of the dogs. So now the other thing that's funny is, if you're familiar with my channel at all, I actually just uploaded a shorts video this afternoon. I think it's 35-40 seconds, and it's of these 2 dogs plus Theo. Theo's the newfie. And it's when we walk, when we're going to take a break in the shade when it's hot out, I always say, take a break. And what these two do is they'll roll over and scratch their back when I tell them to take a break. And so I did a quick little, I think it's a 35, 40-second video on it. And within 30 minutes of uploading that, I got over 350 views on it. So I think that's actually my best performing video yet, even though it was a very short and pretty low quality video because, you know, I recorded it on my flip phone, which has got a terrible camera. So anyway, thank you everybody for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, BR, I've done, I think I got maybe 10 shorts on my channel, and only one of them really took off. And now this is the second one, but this one took off at twice the pace. So that blew me away. I was not expecting that at all. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'm sure we'll see you all soon. Thanks, BR. Appreciate it, and everybody else. Have a great day.